from Kendrick Lamar. Keep it going, Torch. Keep it going, man. Jadakiss, Action Bronson, Benny the Butcher. Keep it going, Torch. Rock Marciano. Keep it going, Torch. Keep it going. They brought a legend up in here today, Heather B.
I see it.
He's a hip-hop pillar.
That's right.
He's responsible for some of your favorite artists' favorite songs. I just named a few of them, man. I love this guy, what he stands for, what he's done for the culture. He's never bent. He's always been the same, man. Every time I've seen this dude, man, he's always had the same energy.
100%.
What he's done as a producer has put some people's kids through college.
Mm-hmm.
What he's done as a producer has served as therapy for a lot of us. Some of the music he's made has really complemented some of the lyrics that have been written by some of our favorite artists of all time. This music business, this music culture has been therapy for us. Okay? He's been in the DNA of some of your favorite eras of music, dating back to the 90s.
Facts.
I was there when it started.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him in his younger years. He's come to the Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech. We played his music when they said it was underground.
Damn.
But we played it because it was dope. And look at him now, man. I take great pleasure in bringing him back on this show. The Alchemist is here.
Wow, man. Love you, Sway, man.
What's up, man? Even Horse told me to tell you what's up.
Yo, Horse, I miss you, man. Tell Horse I miss you, man. That's my guy.
He listening.
Horse listening right now?
Yes, sir.
Big Horse.
Hey, Horse, you gonna love this dude, man. I'm about to bring up right now, man. Oh, my gosh, man. I've been watching this young man grow. I want to say since the I don't know how early, mid-2000s, about 06.
Been a minute.
About
Same, no, likewise. Much respect.
Thank you, man.
For real love.
Yeah.
And we both from the Bay.
We're both from the Bay.
That's right.
It's an affiliation there.
Off top.
I mean, I was his father was affiliated to RBL Posse.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I was in one of their biggest videos, Bounce to This.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if you saw that as a younger man.
Yeah, I seen all
You
that.
saw me. You saw
I
me.
seen all
You
that.
saw
Come
me.
on,
man.
man.
Okay,
Come on,
man. Okay, I just want to make sure you saw me, man.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Bars.
But you're going on to make some incredible music. I mean, you put out about 80 albums, it seemed like, since you started. And the thing I love about your rise is it's been so organic. I never seen this man compromise himself and become someone else because a trend started or a sound started or a style started. He's always been the way he is now. It's interesting because he's been out for so long that the world is starting to discover him on a whole nother level. But he was already a success. So he was on from the days of touring with Burner before people even knew who he was, right? And he's here today to celebrate the great escape from the Bay Area. HB from HP, Hunters Point.
Hey.
baby.
Okay, give it up for the one and only Larry June.
What up, Larry? Larry.
Come on, man.
Larry,
Good job,
man.
Larry.
Come on, man. Hey, so I know your family,
Yeah.
right? Your mom, she was a singer, right? Or was it-
Yep.
Yeah,
From the point small, man. Frisco real small, you know.
Yeah. Tell them about Hunters Point. What they should know about Hunters Point.
Come on, man. It's a beautiful place, but it can get ugly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Hunters Point, you know what I mean? It's the little gritty side of San Francisco. Most people don't really see. You know what I mean? Everybody see the Golden Gate Bridge and the crooked streets and all this shit. But Hunters Point, it get real, man. And, you know, that's where our people from, and you know, this is what it is.
My family still stay over there in Hunters Point.
Yeah,
At one point I moved from Oakland to San Francisco, and I stayed over on Pine and Fillmore, right?
Yeah, right in the mall.
Right in the Mo. Shout out to JT and all those guys that came out the Mo. They had a huge movement. Then I went over to Victoria and Randolph. That's Lakeview.
Lakeview, for sure.
And that's where Cool Nut. And you know,
Yeah,
you remember
come
those?
on.
You know, I
You
just
said tripping.
am I saying?
yeah. He been everywhere.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. Cool Nut, Ballhead, Rest in Power, all of these different guys. Were those your early on? Who were your early on influences?
When it comes to Frisco, you know, off top RBL Posse, Bullies with Fullies, Juice, Messy, Marv, all them. And man, I love everybody in the Bay, man. The Jack, Jay Stylin, you know what I'm saying? You can't forget Mac Dre, you know what I mean? E40, Touche, the whole Bay, man. You know, there's so many people. I can't name everybody, but you know, I was inspired by all those guys.
At what point did everybody start noticing you? At which album would you say?
The Real Way, maybe around like 2019. I've been doing it for a while, since I was like 15. But 2019 is when I put all the negative shit to the side and really focus on the music. And I feel like when I dropped my out the trunk project, that's when a lot of people started fucking with me.
I like that Out the Trunk project too. Port of San Francisco, all these different projects. You put the negative, what clicked. A lot of times something click in us. We reach a crossroad and something click. What was that thing, that definitive moment?
Around like 2018, that's when I became like a full-time single father. Okay. When my son, he moved with me and shit, and I wanted to just switch my program up and make sure I was like setting the best example for him. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take this chance, and I sacrificed them pennies to get some real money, and I put everything to the side, and I started focusing on the music, and it started happening. I started finally seeing them checks, and when I seen them checks, I was like, fuck it, I gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Some checks. It was some checks.
How long, right? How long did it take from when you decided to truly invest in yourself where you saw the return? Because some people think it's gonna be instantaneous and underestimate the amount of time.
Yeah, so I started a long time ago, and I was kind of doing ground patrol when I was doing shows, and I was even touring with Jacka. So everybody, when I was young and shit, so I was setting the seed a long time ago. But everybody that was doing music, with even including all these Bay Area artists, we wasn't really making money off music. We was still, you know what I'm saying?
Streets.
Yeah, trying to make it happen.
That's real.
So, but a lot of people remember from those days. So, I feel like it took a while, but when I took it seriously, I feel like it was instant. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause people seen me all them years, but I stopped and I fell back. I had to provide for myself and shit. But when I said fuck it, and I put all my time into it, it was a rap.
Man, how'd you develop your rap style though, man? It's intricate, right?
Yeah.
It's not, but it's so seamless and smooth.
Yeah, it's easy. I don't think too much about it. I used to think about it heavy, but now I get on the mic and I just talk my shit and swallow spit, and that's what it is.
Can you repeat that, please, Larry June?
I just talk my shit and swallow spit, baby. I don't think too much about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying too hard.
You hear that Bay Area lingo.
I get in the booth, man. You know what I'm saying? I just talk what I talk. And, I might say some good shit, you know what I'm saying? Deviated leather in this 911. Been the corner, I'm on Hay Street copping the windbreaker. You know what I'm saying? Real peaceful shit like that on some daily shit. You know what I mean? That's just something like that.
You see that? Yeah. Y'all want me to define that for y'all? Y'all know what Hay Street is?
Shut up, Sway. We don't need your map.
I've been on Hay Street.
That's real life. I'm hopping in the Porsche with the deviated leather, with the stitching and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm been in the corner to go grab me a windbreaker real quick. That's kind of shit I be talking about. Nothing too crazy.
You know what a windbreaker is?
Shut up, Calvin.
You know what a windbreaker, baby?
Yeah, I got you, boo.
We heavy on the North Faces in the Bay and shit.
We do that over here in the East, too. We got you.
Yeah, baby.
Did you? I know when you early touring days, you was picking up game. The way you market yourself, I find, is very organic, and I think people it appeals. So I'm sure everybody asks you about it because it's so unique. But where did you learn your first marketing lessons? Who was it, or branding lessons? Who was it that put that on you?
So when I was a kid, my dad did a tape with Bullets with Fullies called the Mavalati. He used to give me boxes of CDs when I was around like 7, 8 years old, and I used to go sell them in the parking lots and shit, and that's when I found out about Rasputins and bringing them to the shit. So I was already like hands-on with the product and doing hand-to-hand selling shit when I was like 8 years old out the trunk for him. I'll bring him back the money, he'd give me a little piece of it. So when I turned 15, I dropped a mixtape. I found beats online, and I just rapped on industry beats, and I pressed those CDs, and I took that same formula, and I was selling my own CDs and handing out flyers. I mean, I'm at the movie theaters, the malls, every high school, so I'm already hand to hand. So when I decided to change my life fully, I used that again, and I started going to the beach and popping the trunk, and I was selling orange juice, hoodies, freshly squeezed orange juice. I'm busting them down out the trunk, $13 a bottle.
Does this play into Market Run with where we're at now?
Oh, I mean, kind of, yeah. Cause I did the Market Run. It's around time when I did the Market Run back in the day. That was the first one, and I would sell them $13 a bottle. But what I would do is I go on a bike ride with my people. So I would go bike riding for to keep my mental together and shit. So I would bike with the community. We'd come back to the Prius. I pop the trunk. I got hoodies in there, orange juice. I'm selling CDs. And I'm hand in hand with the people. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, fuck with the industry talking about, I'm with the people. I'm outside, I'm going everywhere. Anywhere I go, boom, I don't care if it's 10 people, I'm selling 10 things to every money here. Y'all
That's
gonna
what's
remember
up.
everything and shit.
I feel like that came from the Bay Area. The out the trunk, that whole concept. Like when I first heard that, like for Too Short, really any artist or anybody I know from the Bay, like the level of hustle is different.
Yeah.
They know how to package it up, pull the trigger, and put product out. I always, even as a kid, I always looked at like artists from the Bay. Like I used to go up there in the early '90s with the hooligan. And it was just like the hustle of artists from the Bay is different.
Absolutely.
So how did y'all connect that out? Like how did y'all two?
We have a mutual friend, Jay Worthy. Shout out to him. I was working with him, and he kind of like, hipped me to Larry's music, and then I started like paying closer attention. But like by the time I even got on the train, it was already moving crazy. I had to go back and do my homework. 'Cause like you said, his discography is like
Crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
So even if you show up late, you could just dig in, go to YouTube, and you'll just. He has so much music. So that was my first introduction to it, just hearing him.
People don't realize that Too Short put out his first album before Run DMC. Process that. Yeah, do the knowledge.
I didn't learn that until we did the Mount Rushmore town hall with them, and when he started to tell the story, I was blown away.
So, and that was out of necessity. That's what a hustle, because we already had the hustle in the Bay, right? And that was out of necessity because the labels weren't looking at Bay Area artists. So we never just stopped, 75 Girls, when you think of E40 and the Click and, all the music. They've been putting out music since 85, 84.
Who was the first? So Short was the first that really made the music industry pay attention to the Bay.
Short and Freddie B.
But
it was one other person, I can't think of the name. But Short and Freddie B was the one. See, I used to be on the bus line, and I grew up on 23rd Ave, so used to go up and down Foothill, and Short and them would be on East 14th. They'll be on the buses selling tapes.
Used to make tapes and the special request tapes where they would shout out people's names and shit. And
that's what he was telling us
at
that town hall. That was incredible that he was doing
Genius,
it back then.
actually. It was actually early Genius marketing.
But same with San Francisco. It's all tied in. Same with San Francisco. That's why I was thinking some of those early people, like JT was was Empire before Empire.
Super early.
Right?
That's right, he was.
Yeah, so Tracy.
Well, then this makes me think, because Larry, you were so comfortable just being direct to community and still are, and you didn't mind if people bought your music or if they bought the juice or if they bought, what was it, the hoodies?
Yeah.
And even thinking about what you got right now, like, the hoodies that you're selling don't strike me as merch. Like, they literally represent themselves just as a clothing line. So how much do you care about people knowing you strictly through music versus any lane that gets you paid?
It don't bother me. What I mean? Whatever I can, we getting money regardless, and it's all love. You know what I'm saying? The music, you might know the hoodies, you might know the slogans, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we just keeping it going. I'm happy to be doing something positive.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We had Jermaine Dupri came here yesterday, and I wish I had known you was coming today. Man, you so low key. I saw you at the party.
I can't front.
I
saw Jermaine, and he put a battery in my back. Shout out to Jermaine. He gave me some good advice, man. He's a legend.
What he say, bro? What he say? You can't just say that and I say what he said. What the fuck you think this is, man? We live. You gotta
Be
say
generous.
it.
Why are you trying to get him to be a radio
he,
op like you?
He told me I gotta rap more. He was like, "Yo, cut that shit out, man."
Bro, you got bars.
But sure. I mean, I do it. We did a record on this album with my man. All the years I rap with my friends at this point. When we, first met, I was serious, but I'm just enjoying it. But people like that still, like I think the producers, we all have a camaraderie. Like when I saw him, it was like, yo, I love what you're doing with Currency right now. It was like, because that's a close friend of mine too. Currency is, I think, and he's on the album, and I think it was important that he was on this record because
why is that?
Like, the whole like new wave that I've been on, like doing these albums with different artists, like the Action and the Boldy and the Freddie. The first one, and if I really go back, was Covert Coupe, the full produced album I did with Currency, when me and him kind of took a chance, and I didn't know him well, and I always tell him that, like, yo, you kind of got me started on my second wave. And when we were talking, he was like, yo, Currency was one of the first people who messed with me.
Yes.
And they had records early. So it was just like this crazy, we got it.
Wow, full circle.
Yeah,
That's love.
Shout out to Currency. Super legend.
Let's say what Jermaine Dupri had to ask. All right?
I mean,
I know. Yeah. Which one first? Currency. Oh, let's go with Currency. Currency, I was going to surprise you. Currency had a question.
You got more
Currency.
of those pouches with the flowers in them.
that I got yesterday from crazy. The logo on it.
I got one in my backpack for you. I got one in the
still
backpack.
Out here?
Yeah, I'm out here.
Man's out here. Put me down.
That was a message. Is he live?
Right? No, I recorded it.
He was live
yesterday.
Pouches. That's funny as hell. I'm like, this nigga on the phone? Okay, that's crazy.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was a little some branding, some weed.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was giving them out at the event.
Yeah,
just a little promo and shit.
You didn't give me none.
It wasn't. I didn't even. It was like a little secret. If you know what I'm saying?
Get lost. Stop telling on people.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, man. We from the. We just did that whole Bay thing.
He said the same shit.
Oh man.
All right, so Jermaine had a question too.
Yeah, I want to know where he got his saying. What is he saying?
Good job, Larry.
Good job, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know
That's dope.
where that came from. Like what makes him say this every time?
He was at the listening party.
Yeah, I was at the listening party last night.
Yeah. I was there too.
Yeah, and he kept saying that.
You low, I didn't even know.
Good
job, Larry.
Oh shit, that's funny as hell. Yeah, the good job came from, go back to out the trunk, man. You got to believe in yourself, and it was a lot of times when nobody wasn't telling me good job, so I had to pump myself up and like, good job, Larry, keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And if you put that out to the universe, they go give it back to you. You know what I mean? Straight up.
I like Larry.
You know what I'm starting to see, and I think you're a big catalyst to this, and artists like Rex Life Raj, and artists like Jay Walt, and artists like 24K Golden, that are just so out of the box of what we would consider traditional, necessarily Bay Area sound. Yeah. But it's harder. It feels like. Why is that?
For them?
Yeah.
I mean, they got their own lane. I mean, I don't think it's, you got to just keep pushing, man. You know what I mean? They got their own style, and, the Bay Area is so,
niche.
Right? We in our own bubble. You know, we like what we like, and I think they real respect it, though, man. I don't see nobody speaking bad on Rex or nothing like that, or 24K. 24K got a whole different bag. He going a whole different direction. We need that in the Bay as well. And Rex, he super lyrical, you know what I'm saying? He keep it low key. He probably keep it low key because he want to, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. But he super dope, and I'm not sure if it's harder. Is it? I'm not really.
What I mean by artists who are out of the box don't get the immediate Bay stamp.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the Bay stamp is like the New York stamp.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get the Bay stamp, you can get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so it take a little longer. You know what I mean? You got to go hit them streets and go fucking around. The Bay kind of respects you when they know you from, he was really doing this and doing that. But they don't speak on that. They got their own style. We so gritty in the Bay, and he had to be fucking around and woo woo woo. They, I think it's bigger. I think that what they doing is bigger than all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's going over a lot of people's heads. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Talk about your relationship with Ghazi.
Oh, Ghazi, man.
From Empire Records.
Yeah, I met Ghazi around like 12 years old. Like 13,
Wow.
12, 13. Yep, he came. That's when Pro Tools first came out. He was back when my dad was doing the shit with Juice, the Mahabharati. They bought the Pro Tools and the preamp and shit, and they set it up in the back room of my dad's crib.
Oh, really?
But Juice wanted to start trying to record himself. But he was so traditional. He wanted to go to the big studio. So the equipment was sitting there. So I just taught myself how to use it. I was making beats at the time, and I taught myself how to use it. And Ghazi came through, set the preamp for me, and I was sitting there with Ghazi. He was showing me how to use it, and I think he was rapping at the time too.
Ghazi used to
rap.
rap.
I think
Ghazi
was rapping at the time.
Ghazi is incredible.
Ghazi used to rap.
You never heard? And he was nice.
Yeah,
and
he was a
he's
rapper.
a great engineer and a sonic master.
He was mixing everything. He mixed orange juice in the blunt for breakfast and shit. I was around
shout to Ghazi
in that whole area and
we
shit.
need a verse from Ghazi. You think we could get that from him?
He would. He told me he'd do it.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
That was quick.
Wow, just like that, right?
Word.
You got David Ali's working with you as well, right? Mm-hmm. Also manages Kaylani, right? Yep. Bay Area born. I like what I see in the Bay right now. I had to move out, when I was younger. Me and Tech had to go to L.A. and come to New York and do all of these different things to just jump out of a box. But now I think everything has to be a vacuum, and everybody got to come home like we coming home to Africa, right? And because I feel like the Bay can be what Atlanta became. The Bay can be what New York has been, same with L.A. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's getting there, man. It was a lot of politics. It's so small of a place. it was so many politics in this hood and this hood that nobody can really come together and do something that was like super powerful. But I think it's getting there, man. I think a lot of that shit is fading away.
Yeah.
We got a lot of dope ass artists coming from the Bay. I feel like it's a lot of influence. And man, I think, you know, we got to just stick together and just work with each other and shit and keep pushing this line. 'Cause I know we giving out a lot of game to the world, you know what I mean? And shit, it is what it is. We got to come together and we got to see that for ourselves too.
How you stay neutral?
Me?
Yeah.
I just you know, you put out there what you want people to talk about. And I ride bikes. I drink orange juice. I take walks and I take care of my kids. It ain't nothing to hate on. I'm not into no politics. I know I'm from Harvard. I'm from Frisco and shit, but I don't do no politics. It's love with everybody, and anybody that know me, know me. That's how I've been rocking. I never really fuck with too many people. It was always love, but I never I never needed 10 niggas around me. I like females. You know what I'm saying? I like women. So
we're the same
I like the, you know what I'm saying, in a respectful way. Like, you know, I feel like I can go lay low and bust some moves with my, you know what I'm saying, my whoop-dee, you know what I'm saying? Dudes
you know what that is?
You know, dudes
translate that part.
That whoop-dee.
You know, just staying low key. You know what I mean? I feel like women, you know, I learned everything I got from my sauce to eating healthy, and you know what I'm saying, buying expensive candles. That's from my lady friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? And people always knew that. They always knew how I rock. It's not a game, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not getting disrespected and nothing like that.
It's a romantic.
But I just keep it mutual, and I fuck with everybody. It's love, balance. I'm not taking no sides. It's not my beef.
Just shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my beef.
Sound like he minding his business.
Yeah, I'm minding my business.
Much and drinking orange juice.
I mind my business.
Drink water.
Yeah, for real. I mind my business. I'm trying to get some money. I was always trying to get some money.
Okay.
I never really had time to, you know, I never played like 2K in the house with hella niggas. And, you know what I'm saying? All the shit. I was outside trying to make it happen. I had my kid at around 18, 19, so I was forced to be responsible. And, you know what I'm saying? And avoid certain things. So I feel like that kept me mutual with a lot of people. And people know me for that. Even though I'm from a certain place, they know, like, that's Uncle Larry, man. He pulling up in them coupes. He been in corners and he minding his business. You know what I'm saying?
Black Sea, man. How's Black Sea?
Black Sea? Legendary.
Legendary. Yeah. You consider him an uncle?
For sure.
You know.
It's not my blood uncle, but it's uncle to me. We from the same hood. And you know, Uncle Herm, that's actually my big cousin.
Herm's your big cousin?
Yeah. I just call him Uncle, you know what I'm saying? But
Herm's legendary.
Herm Lewis, man.
Come on, Herm Lewis, legendary for activism.
Yeah.
We all from the same era.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you guys, I couldn't believe that you guys hadn't already connected when we were coming up here. I'm like,
not really. I reached out,
you know.
I was like, you know, I followed them.
This needed to happen.
Yeah, you know, I'm real new to the interview thing. I've been avoiding doing as many interviews. I'm not like, I'm not like good at just like, I'm not like a big talker like that, but it's something I've been wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? Dave was like, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. I'm like, fuck, I ain't trying to freestyle and all the extra shit. Like, you know, it is what it is. It just ain't my style. But you know what I'm saying? I said for Sway, we gonna do it for the Bay. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it rocking.
Yeah.
But I've been a big fan of you since
Thank you.
MTV. I've been watching you my whole life, so it's definitely an honor to be
here. Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
For sure.
Nah, man, it's crazy because I reached out, I DM'd them like,
when I seen them, I'm like, oh shit,
you know it's time.
It's my calling. I'm like, oh damn.
Nah, but when I did it though, because I know folks be feeling like I was told you don't even worry about the freestyling, man. I'm just proud of you, man. I know your history and next time, bring your bars though. But this time,
I wrote a little something on my phone just for you.
Let him do it.
But you know, I'm you know what I'm saying? It is what I got a couple little shit.
What kind of beat? You got something to beat?
You got the 60 days.
Wait a minute. Welcome to the Valley of the Hyena.
You turned it on like that? Nah, I didn't put on the 60 days instrumental for me real quick, man.
You got that?
You got 60 days. The one, the joint we dropped.
Yeah.
You got
60 days. Oh, the instrumental.
60 days instrumental. Go to YouTube.
Oh, it's
okay. We'll play it. So let's play 89 Earthquake. We'll come back.
Maybe we'll hit it with something special.
Okay, then we'll do something. We'll find it. All right. Larry
June. He got straight. He pressed the button. No, you say freestyle. I'm like, oh.
See, you don't know, Sway. See, I know.
He was waiting. He was
waiting. The hyena.
This is very legendary for me. I've never done no shit like this. I just make music. You know what I'm saying? I hop in my whip. I get some bars and I write it down. You know how I make music and shit. It's real relaxed for me and
organic.
It's organic. You know what I'm saying? When he got on 60 Days, that was legendary.
Yeah.
You know
that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
We just in the room, just kicking it. The beat came on, it was peaceful. We just
kind of like this. Kind of like this.
Oh, yeah.
Turn your headphones up if you need to.
Oh, damn.
Larry June, Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. It's a dream come true. It's a dream come true.
Oh, shit. It's real exclusive, man. Don't check me, check that motherfucking credit score. You know what I'm talking about?
Bay Area, stand up.
Good job, Larry.
HP, you in there?
Man. Wow. Let me see how I roll up. Look, check it out.
To me, man.
I'm still chroming out the details on the engine. Got the bitch drinking hot water with the lemon. She ain't got a tiptoe, the marble flows heated. I ain't drove the Grand Nash since 2019. 160 for the stone in the yellow ring. My vacuum $1,000 when it's time to clean. Go yard backpack, I'm at Burbank. Flight delayed. Fuck shit. Touchdown, did a freestyle with Uncle Sway. Got a fingerprinted safe for a rainy day. Uncle, hey, shit, man. Oh, damn. Hold on.
Keep going.
Oakley shades and they bulletproof.
Yeah.
Not really, but they can take a 22. Had the S50 before 22. Man, this beat so smooth, I might cop a suit. Cuban cigar in the orange juice. I like the Rory so much I went and bought two. Man, Shay. Cause I don't really freestyle, I just cop coupes. That's not a real Rolex, he went and bought the whoopties. Shay, damn. I got the bitch doing yoga, making fresh smoothies. All my handguns noosty, I ain't get to shoot them. Numbers. Hey, I don't even do this shit. Look, I'm not a freestyle. I did this for Sway. Hey, look. Look, that show you. And I wrote it down. I'm like sitting here like, hold on, this for Sway. Hey, look, man. Yeah, numbers, baby. Good job, Larry. Hey, that was really fun. That was fun. I had to do it for the people, man. And I'm in New York. Hey, look.
Come on, man. You had to do that, man.
Yeah, I had to do it, man.
We making moments, baby. Come on.
I don't freestyle like that, but it's love, man.
No, but you did your thing. You did
your thing.
I hear your bars. Come on, man.
You know a little something, man.
Come on, you threw me in it, too. It's legendary. Legendary Larry June. That's your new nickname.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Good job, Larry.
Okay. And then Alchemist, man, I love you, brother. And I love this combination here.
Yeah.
And then next time we gonna hang out, man. Hey, listen.
I had something in the chamber. I'm glad y'all didn't let that beat keep playing.
Man.
I had
Welcome to the family of the hyena.
I had something in the chamber. Run that beat back. Run that beat back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you want me to come on this one?
You can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, this is my man Sway from my brother L. June.
Turn that beat up a little bit, the torch a little bit. There you go.
Yo, electricity, Ferrari, Testarossa, they floated it in from Italy.
Yeah.
All of my rings are sorted individually. All them things like an ornament on a Christmas tree. I'm on the brink of extinction, Link sit on a chinchilla mink. I'm still tequila drinking in my Lincoln. You be slipping in the darkness and sinking. Push the feather across the parchment for inking. My blood type is royal. I'm working with dirty pollo and night oil. I cook until the pipe boil. Drinking fermented fruit with a slight spoil. I wrap a takeaway package with a nice foil. I'm Gumshoe, my code name is Espionage. At the Taj at the table getting a neck massage. I never step from out the room without a check involved. I'll put the needle into the groove and let the wreck revolve. I'm frozen, my cases never solved, never blown. The raps is hovercraft, fidget spinners, and reggaeton. I'm sprinkling methadone on the cess bone. Disco ball, they shine the light on the protect stone. Every card in the deck thrown.
Yes, Hey man, Al do this shit, man. Al do this shit.
For my brother Sway, for my brother L. June.
Hey man,
we out here.
Hey, I love y'all, man, for real, man.
I had to put my sunnies on. It's a lot of light. It's
I
bright in the room.
I love y'all.
Yo, Alchemist just killed an Alchemist beat.
There you go.
We did that.
Come on, man.
Yo, The Great Escape, March 31st. In stores. I think this record is crazy, Sway.
Oh, I love it.
I'm real excited. Thank y'all for having us.
Absolutely. Then Larry's Market Run 2023 tour. That's starting in Minneapolis, May the 8th, right?
May 8th.
Come on.
That's when we start, man. Yeah, 47 days, baby. Finna do numbers, man. Around the motherfucking
Come
globe,
on.
baby.
Hey, Larry June, check it, man. This wherever I'm at, you got a home, brother. So okay, so understand this platform. This could be Larry June in the morning.
Yeah,
okay,
I appreciate you.
Okay, your legacy, your parents, what y'all done and what you continue to do for the Bay. It's amazing. People are dreaming because of your success.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, brother.
Yeah, man, I want to show people, man, you got to just do it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, man. You got to just keep pushing, man. Come with a style, run with it. You ain't got to do too much, man. Just keep doing numbers and be a good person, man. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Straight up, man. I love you, man.
Man, love you too, family. I'm glad we did this.
Real.
You already know, man. We up in there. Alchemist, you iconic.
The Great Escape, baby.
Okay, The Great Escape. Make sure y'all get that.